Hello guys, welcome back to our channel, The Collector's Hub. Today we continue with Rogue Trader. If you like this kind of game, and would like us to continue with it, give this video a like and subscribe to our channel, thank you.
I always keep my options open.
To see them cut down by hands unclean. Fenris Yolda, mortal. You know the old words. Good words. Strong as a rock. Sharp as the blade of a force axe. Deadly as a kraken's tooth. What do you... You are the one who has supped the mjord of the skjalds, I see. In the long haul, some of my brothers will be eager to tell you of their exploits so that you would sing a saga of their deeds. I am a wolf. My pack answered the Inquisition's call and came to the Koronus Expanse. There was a battle, and then... the young wolves yearning to be meat for their brotherlings. To a feast of bolters they went out roving. Though they were but few, one long fang with them went loping. Not to see them cut down by scythes unclean. The pups he sent scattering, and there stood alone the paths guarding. For a foe he long spied, one worthy among unworthy. The song of swords singing, they clashed with clamor and skill. Until stood the old wolf upon the bones. Then, by the birds of battle, was he brought down. Was that clear enough? This saga sounds less interesting in prose. That butcher sent you to spy for him, did he? Or do they know nothing of the Emperor's angels, the space wolves of Fenris? Or the great layman Russ in your corner of the galaxy? For his own safety. When I am not busy killing inhuman spawn in the arena, the Xenos fear my will. Watch your tongue, servant! Or I will rip out your liver and eat it, so I can discover what tainted source comes your stupidity! A predator does not eat only when it is hungry. There are many reasons to eat. Escape? What for? Here I eat, here I kill. Why would I want to leave? To get what you want, you will have to convince two very headstrong individuals. Me and my captor. That claw-handed Xenos.
Let us not dawdle. Rise to the top, or get left in the dust. I always have a backup plan. I always keep my options open. Keep your wits about you. Is there money to be made? Rise to the top, or get left in the dust. I always have a backup plan. Always keep your eye on the prize. You don't belong in this galaxy!
Are you challenging me, filth?
Tell me, and it is done. I'd like to, but I can't. You've got a problem, I've got a prize. Am I getting paid for this? Don't get too cocky.
I've seen worse battles than this in my time. Sure hand.
You've unleashed my fury.
I can do that, with the right incentive. I know what I'm doing, usually. if it serves your cause.
It's as good as done. I'll see to it personally. Who, if not me? I'll make it happen. On it. It's as good as done. Another enemy down. I'll see to it personally. You never stood a chance. Who, if not me?
Pain and duty go hand in hand.
As the Emperor commands, I act. Faith without deeds is worthless. Why I was toast. In thy light I stand, and thy light I crave. As the Emperor commands, I act. You, my Emperor!
Victory is imminent. I will do my duty. At your beck and call. It will be done.
Request approved. The spiritual prognosis is favorable. Request approved.
You've unleashed my fury.
Request approved. I venerate you, machine spirit. The scriptural prognosis is favorable. Request approved.
I'll tear your heart out for this.
You've got a problem. I've got a price. Am I getting paid for this? Watch my back.
At your beck and call.
Let me educate you on the art of pain.
I can do that with the right incentive. Tell me, and it is done.
High momentum.
Another soul slips beyond the veil. My heart sings with the thrill of battle! If I must.
Silent thrash!
This tedium is beneath me. If it serves your cause.
I'll see to it personally. Taking calculated risk is my second nature. You need to thought twice before crossing me.
For a flesh crafter.
It's as good as done.
I'll do it. This is unacceptable. As the Emperor commands, I act. Guided by faith!
Tried and tested tactics are the best ones. I will do my duty. At your beck and call. It will be done.
As the tactical imperative dictates. Significant value.
This can't be over.
My vow is love.
Didn't flinch.
Don't get too cocky. I can do that with the right incentive.
Oh, You've unleashed my fury.
Don't get too cocky.
I will tear your heart out for this.
Not your Xenos pet, monkey. If I'm... I understand your intent. I am not your Xenos pet, monkey. If it serves your cause.
On it.
You could do worse!
I'm a member.
But not like that!
I'll make it happen. Who if not me? It's as good as done. I won't stand for it. On it. I'll see to it personally.
Faith without deeds is worthless. I will not. As the Emperor commands, I act.
Victory is imminent. A tactically sound approach. Indeed. For Von Valencia. You attack.
To exist! Do not plead for swift death!
You've got a problem? I've got a prize. Am I getting paid for this? Tell me, and it is done. I can do that, with the right incentive.
My place is at the fore. At your beck and call.
This battlefield air is good for my lungs.
I will do my duty.
Don't get too cocky.
High momentum.
This tedium is beneath me. I understand your intent. If it serves your cause. I am not your Xenos pet, monster. No weakness is hidden from my sight. If I must. Fortune favors the swift. I am not your Xenos pet, monkey.
Pay for this in blood! What an anguish
Brace
to
yourself,
see!
Abelard.
As the Emperor commands, I act. I'll do it. I refuse. As the Emperor commands, I act. This is why
Your
I was
last
chosen.
stroke of luck!
Who, if not me? I'll make it happen. On it. You should have thought twice
this
before crossing
strike.
me. I won't compromise my principles. I'll make it happen. It's as good as done. I'll see to it, personally. I'll make it happen.
Woe to you!
At your beck and call. Victory is imminent. Target well struck.
You pay for this in blood!
It will be done.
Your last stroke of luck!
At your beck and call. No matter the cost. It will be done. Grey hair, sure
You
hair.
call
I'm not
this a
interested.
strike?
I will do my duty. I'd rather not. Indeed.
Woe to you!
It will be done. An exemplary strike.
of the scion knows all, comprehends all. The scriptural prognosis is favorable. My vow is to serve.
Am I getting paid for this?
Consider this a taste of what's to come.
Blood!
Another enemy down.
You've got a problem. I've got a
Your
problem.
last stroke of luck!
If it serves your cause. I understand your intent. If it serves your cause. Ancestors, guide me. I am not your Xenos pet. Monster. You move. No more. Fall, creatures! I feel death with my hands.
Taste my blood. I am not a vessel for pain. I am its master.
Rejoice in battle! This is unacceptable.
You call this a strike?
Who if not me? I'll make it happen. Consider this a taste of what's to come. On it.
The sound of frightened dread offering a feast of terror. Horror awaits. I'll see your suffering. Do not plead for sweet death. I will your death, your day approaching. You will know the taste of anguish. Time to die, monkey.
Keep your wits about you. Let us not dawdle. Is there money to be made? I always have a backup plan.
Data meditation is terminated.
You interrupted my thoughts.
Watching the lazy handle sacred technology breaks my heart. Figuratively speaking, my cardiovascular augmentation can withstand much more than high blood pressure.
I align my path with yours. For now.
I always keep my options open. Keep your wits about you. Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Yes?
You came back from the dark, Elentark? So was that.
Lord Captain.
You want to know how and to what end I orchestrated all of this? Ask your questions. When Irimaris ordered us to lay waste to the monkey settlements, Tazara and I encountered resistance. I have hunted your kin too long not to notice how well you in particular were fending off our attacks. The rout in Tazara's arena, the appearance at the plundered vessel. Your kind are usually powerless against us, but not on that occasion. I began to suspect that you could not have managed it without outside help. Help from our side. I began sending out spies and assassins. My eyes and ears infiltrated your vessel, your cities, and they discovered a trail that led back to one of your worlds. A trail that ended with a burned monkey, the source of the information about where and when my cabal was going to strike. A little trickery to draw you away from the planet. And I had your little informant in my grasp. How the information was reaching his agents, the burned monkey himself did not even know. But based on the units involved and other details, it was clear. No monkey in real space could have gathered such specifics about raid complements and objectives. No, it was inconceivable. The information was being fed to you by my own kind, and I knew who. Irimaris Aziriesh, Archon of the Reaving Tempest, my former mistress. A cowardly bitch who punishes anyone who threatens her grip on power. I knew that to win a war against her, I would need the support of the Reaving Tempest's patron, the Cabal of the Black Heart. So I allied with Nazrake, who presided over the trial. I promised him that Irimaris would be humiliated. I promised him evidence. A lowly monkey that would disgrace Irimaris in the eyes of the Archons. For that performance, I needed you. Of course. If I'm not mistaken, you met the infiltrator yourself. A Cabalite who left a lava from Tavantius in one of the monkey. Or did you never work out the reason for the treachery during the raid on your ship so long ago now? Then there is no need for me to mention the sleeper agents hidden on your worlds. Overthrowing an Archon is far from easy, even one who has already tarnished her reputation. Every member of a Cabal has their supporters, and Irimaris is no exception. Nazrake promised me a sham trial in the Obsidian Court with a predetermined outcome. Irimaris should have been convicted and dethroned. I was supposed to take her place and turn the Reaving Tempest into a loyal vassal of the Black Heart. Nazrake was supposed to be the axe that fell on her neck. But it fell on mine instead. It was devious and worthy of praise, but why? A secret pact with Irimaris, or is there another reason? I will tear the answer from his throat along with his final breath. It must be said that Nazrake did not have to try very hard to turn the court against me. Not after the stunt you pulled before the assembled Archons. Who? I have no idea what you saw in your stupor. The homunculus's creature does not elicit specific images. It muddles your mind, forcing it to paint suitable pictures evoking confusion or fear. Neither Tavantius nor I care about fussy monkey rituals. The lava must have created a suitable environment for you. One in which you would be more willing to answer my questions in the Obsidian Court. What do any of my kind do in real space? We were reaping. Kamara was clamoring for meat. The Dark City had suffered losses in the latest disjunction. We needed sources of sweet pain to prime its minds and bodies. When the Archon bade my cabal collect the harvest from the region, I did not suspect that it would turn into this game between you and me. Conspiring? No. There was no plot between us. She merely rushed to my bait. At first, I planned to use the one you trusted, the burned monkey with whom we had spent long hours awaiting your arrival. But my cousin was so swift. Afterward, she tracked down the monkey, killed him, and took the device that he had been using to contact me. I planted the first poison seeds in her soul back at our first meeting. I dropped a hint that I knew what had become of her world. I lured her in and left her with you. Time took care of the rest. That and an unpleasant discovery aboard your own ship. I did not ask her to hand you over to me. No, doing that would have made my poor cousin doubt herself even more than she was already. I simply told her where to seek out the traces of her craft world and the answers to her questions. A favor for a kinswoman, nothing more. And then I made ready for your arrival. For the only way she would reach that place was with you. When a monkey is left alone with me and my art of pain, I plunge them into a deep well of suffering from which they will do anything to escape. Your kind have fragile souls. Your convictions and principles are a delusion that lends a mirage of meaning to your lives. Achilles and I had plenty of time alone together before your arrival. When he went out to meet you, he was already mine. I bought his loyalty with a promise to never touch his body or his mind ever again. I know it exists. I know that my cabal found it, helpless and stationary, unable to protect its sons and daughters. I know that Iliad's kin began showing up as prisoners in the Reaving Tempest's spire, where they were fonts of exquisite, delightful pain. I spent too much time beyond the limits of our home to learn more than that. But that was enough to tempt Iliad with false hope. We've already had words. I have no reason to conceal the truth now. Iliad has outlived her usefulness to me. Watching her face as she learned the truth was priceless. Mandrakes. A foul breed that lurks in the bowels of Camorra. Their ability to find paths through the shadows was put to good use. I promised them forbidden trophies from the Reaving Tempest's coffers once I am Archon. Let them come for what they're owed. They will regret it. Did you not hear me when I answered you the first time? I do not like to repeat myself. Then what else do you need? You cannot hope to understand the intricacies of Camorra and how it is structured. We are all each other's allies and worst enemies here. Towers of strength and duplicitous traitors both. The cults have always been half a step below the cabals in the hierarchy. And the witches relished the chance to abuse someone who once looked down on them. The continuation of my existence. When I lost my standing, I became fair game for anyone tempted by the prospect of slaying a disgraced Cabalite. For vengeance or just for the pleasure of the kill. In Camorra, a lone Drukhari is a target. My talents may be prodigious, but I held no illusions about my chances. If our conversation is finished... I had no intention of ending my days playing the role of meat in the arena. And then you blithely offered me an alliance after what I'd done to you. Why? That is true. But I'm not merely a hireling. It is strange you did not consider that when you offered me an alliance. But it does not matter. The Dark City is the bastion of the Drukhari, the most magnificent of all our strongholds. The Cabals, witch cults, and the incubi inhabit the place, with swarms of scourges flying overhead and a myriad of misfits and horrors, including the covens of the homunculi wallowing underfoot. Which do you want to know about? The Cabals are the foundation upon which rests the power of the one who rules Camorra, as Drubile Vecht. Whether it is a mob of berserkers or an organized cartel, their essence is the same. An army of killers, ready to ravage entire worlds at the behest of their leaders, or to rip out the throats of a neighboring cabal in a war declared by the Archons. What more do you need to know that you have not already beheld with your own eyes? They are the mistresses of the arenas, and they're the gladiators who feed the audience in their ravenous agony with exquisite spectacles. Cults often travel to real space on the Cabal's raids to revel in the pain and to capture fresh meat for their arenas. The aloof incubi. They dedicate their lives to the art of killing, so much so that they do not plot or chase after delicious torment. All their hatred and longing for suffering are channeled toward perfecting their skill. Winged Drukhari, who have chosen to go through an agonizing process to become such a monstrosity. They escort raiding ships and inflict the first strike on the enemy. In Camorra, these creatures huddled in flocks so that they do not fall victim to the more formidable of their kin. Artists of the flesh who prefer to hide away in their laboratories and create nightmares from the materials their servants supply. Engines of pain, grotesques, racks, all are the fruits of their subtle craft. On a mountain of bodies, bathing in our enemies' tears and blood. Do not deceive yourself by thinking we will escape this place alive without violence. I, for one, hope that there will be plenty of it. But there is one unfortunate detail. An Arabenian has stepped into your path, one of Kegarak's tribe, who lurk in the tangle of the webway. I've heard them called harlequins in your tongue. The one that appeared in the Obsidian Court is the most dangerous and unpredictable of all. I'm beginning to think that his visit is a sign that the events unfolding around us have not been left to chance. Perhaps they are the result of interference, at the behest of the highest authority. Do not keep me waiting too long. My weapon is tired of languishing in its sheath.
I always have a backup plan. Is there money to be made? Keep your wits about you. I always keep my options open. Rise to the top, or get left in the dust. I always have a backup plan.
Refuse to bow.
Keep your wits about you. Rise to the top, or get left in the dust. Let us not dawdle. I always have a backup plan.
You speak well. I have heard these bookish words many times before, but this is the first time I have heard them spoken with such resolve. I see that you believe in them, that you live by them. I respect that. I will help you. Let no one say that I forgot my duty to the Allfather. It seems Tervantius is not as clever as he likes to appear if he's letting me out of the cage. The joke is on him. Good steel I have already. But if we are going hunting, I will need my wolf skin. What did you say your name was?
Always keep your eye on the prize. Is there money to be made? Keep your wits about you. Rise to the top, or get left in the dust. Let us not dawdle. Always keep your eye on prize. Is there money to be made? I always have a backup plan. will wipe your disgusting presence out of existence!
Show them no mercy.
I can do that, with the right incentive. Tell me, and it is done. Am I getting paid for this?
Victory is imminent.
I can do that, with the right incentive. You've got a problem, I've got a prize.
More the better.
Tell me, and it is done.
High momentum.
Am I getting paid for this? Don't get too cocky. If I must. I understand your ancestors' guide. I am not your fortune favors the swift. This tedium is beneath me.
I've faced worse than this.
With grace and malice. Not enough! It is handled. Oblivion approaches. Watch. Exhilarating!
I'll see to it, personally. It's as good as done. I'll make it happen. On it. You never stood a chance.
Return the pain tenfold.
Who, if not me? Another enemy down.
I can hear the
I'll see to it personally. I won't stand for it. I'll make it happen. You never stood a chance. It's as good as done.
Okay, now I'm really riled up. My faith shields me. Faith without deeds is worthless. As the Emperor commands, I act. Doubt is for the weak. I'll do it. Eradicate it. As the Emperor commands, I act.
It will be done. At your beck and call. Indeed. We'll rule the stars themselves. It will be done. I took care of this one. Victory is imminent. Target well. Someone else can do this. At your beck and call. I will do my duty. An exemplary
I'm not
strike.
interested.
I can't lose.
Keep your wits about you.
May these instructions
May the filters of... May... Let us raise our cups at Vater, in honor of deeds accomplished and in expectation of those yet to come. This is the name given on Fenris to a pack father, a commander or captain. An Edvater answers to a Jarl, the commander of a great company. Since you are the one who commands your crew, and I follow you at present, I am granting you the honored title of Edvater. You, of course, are a maiden, not a father. But we have no word meeting maiden commander in our tongue, as all space wolves are men. Your credentials are unknown to me, but none of them bestows greater honor than the one I have given you. I have had a few thoughts on that score, but don't try to pry them out of me. When the time comes, I will share them with you. Why do you think? You are very well informed. Far more than a common mortal ought to be. Yes, it is true that I have gorged on the flesh of my enemies to reap the secrets from the steaming flavor of their meat. I have slain many Xenos and feasted on their flesh. My captors have watched me do it and taken glee in it, while I have been gathering information and planning my escape. Not everyone is granted the right to ask such questions. But you... I shall allow it. What do you want to know about the Astartes from the glorious Fenris? Fenris is home. A harsh land of harsh winters and harsh people. When comes the Hellwinter, a fearsome season of frosts, the merciless world sea freezes, and great white bears, snow wyrms, and ice trolls go on the hunt. Then, the murderous frost retreats, and boats of harpooners sail out to ply their craft, capturing sea snakes and krakens. And then comes the season of fire. Volcanoes awaken. Waves wash over whole islands, and only the land of Asaheim offers salvation to those whose blood and grit win them the right to live upon it. Clan fights clan. Crows circle over battlefields, and wolf howls rise up to the sky. That is my beloved home. There is no place in the universe like it. Tell me, Edvater, what is the most fearsome foe on Fenris? No, you are... What? Why the Wrath Badger? Very good. I hope to tell you about the black curse of the Wolfen, but your answer wasn't bad either. Wrath Badger. Vilka Fenrika. That is our name in the old tongue of our world. We are the fiercest of the All-Father's warriors. His executioners. His retribution. Our fearless Wolf King is Leman Russ, son of the All-Father. Our world is Fenris, and our home the Fang, which rises from the world's spine into orbit. We are the thunder in the bloody storm of battle that calls to us. That is who we are. But there is more to our spirit than grim destruction alone. In the Hall of Heroes, we hold feasts the likes of which you will see nowhere else. To thundering laughter, we raise our horns, tell our sagas, and honor our glorious fallen. Though the body of an Astartes is built to be immune to the effects of drink, we invented a way around this taboo. The mead we brew can overcome even our blood. It makes us drunk, and makes our feasts jovial occasions. Mead. You can brew it nowhere else but on good old Fenris. No other world is home to such poisonous plants. The curse of the Wolfen is the most fearsome and most terrible foe on Fenris. In the heart of every brother, there lives a dark beast, bloody and forever ravenous. He hungers to kill, not for glory or duty, or his battle brothers, but solely for the sake of killing. For he who falls to that dark beast, there is no joy or thrill in slaughter. There is but dull rancor. Our gene seed is unique. Leman Russ blessed us with the Canis Helix, a genetic gift that heightens our senses, making them sharper than those of brothers from other chapters. The Canis Helix kindles a bloodthirst in our hearts and changes our appearance to resemble the lethal wolves of Fenris. The wolves do not take orders from outsiders. We keep the old ways, not the Codex Astartes. We fight in packs, and we are trained and healed by our wise rune and wolf priests. We do not find honor in adorning ourselves in laurels, but instead etch the full names of our fallen kin as a promise of vengeance, and draw strength from that promise. We believe in the great wolves, in the deadly Blackmane and fierce Drakan the Thunderwolf, in redoubtable Hagar the Mountain Wolf, and in the Bloodied Hunter. In the wolf that stalks between stars, who follows us wherever we may go. And in the uncanny two-headed Morkai, guard of the realm of the dead. Only the great wolves show us their favor. The others are more malign, but each teaches us a lesson. For that, we praise and honor them. The All-Father is not a god. He is the best of all humans, our perfect forebear. His blood flowed through the veins of Leman Russ, and Russ's blood flows in me. Does that make me a god? My respect for him has no end, and I am ready to die for him. But what place does faith have here? Is the All-Father like the massive iron wolf, whose every tuft of fur forms a mountain on the surface of Fenris? Or is he as enormous as the Sun Wolf, which rises to hunt every morning and fills our world with light? The All-Father is not a god, but the highest of humanity. Ordinary humans struggle to grasp this, but we, his warriors and offspring, remember the truth. Believe what you wish, Edvater. The All-Father never wanted us to revere him as a god, but we are not ordinary men. I do not know what his intentions were for the rest of you. Lacan the Ruined Wolf once shared the mysteries of the healing potions and the secrets of magic sagas. He taught them to see the past and future in throne runes, to call down storms, and to carve powerful talismans. Ulfar Redmane. That is what my brothers call me. Do you? And there I was, about to round off my story with a short 400-verse saga about the gifts of Lacan the Ruined Wolf. Should what I told you reach other ears, I shall take your tongue. What do you want to know? What brought the Space Wolves to the Expanse? Or how I ended up in the non-human's Dark City? An Inquisitor by the name of Calcazar put out a call for aid. My Wolf Lord did not refuse him, and had 2 packs deployed to the Expanse. We never trusted this ally, but a blood debt for a service rendered in the past forced our hand. He saved our brother who had lost the pack and was unable to look after himself or the chapter's honor. Calcazar returned our brother to Fenris and kept secret the misfortune that had befallen him. The Jarl knew that the Inquisitor's actions were driven by opportunism, and the desire to have us mighty warriors in his debt. But honor forced him to be hospitable to the stranger, and swear an oath of friendship. The Inquisition. Pah! Rats! Scurrying around the All-Father's house and ruling it in the Master's absence. Cowards they are. The last into battle, but the first on any war council. We saw what they were worth in the months of shame. An ancient strife. If you do not know of it, then you are not supposed to know. We also decided to be cautious. His words flowed like honey, and he seemed an honorable man. But lies always look like truth, don't they? That arrogant chief thought he could give us orders. But we wolves have always followed our own instincts and hunted in our own way. I wager that boiled his blood. In warm furs, the old man does shroud his body. In cloaks of secrets woven, shrouds the sly man his plans. To know his dire purpose, swallow not the words of poison, but his gristle. We had gone on a raid for Xenos prisoners and fell into a trap. We had no war machines to support us, and some of our squad were wounded. So, we were forced to retreat. I ordered my battle brothers to leave, but I remained behind to meet our guests. I do not know how many of the feeble wretches I slew, but I would have killed even more had their towering piles of bodies not hindered me in combat. They wounded me and captured me. They froze the joints in my armor. When they dragged me to their ship, 2 of my battle brothers descended up the Xenos and tried to free me. An insane plan, but it almost succeeded. Almost. And so there were 3 of us taken captive. And then there were 2. And then I was alone once again. They fell with honor. Their saga is one I will not sing to you. You have spilled no blood with them, nor shared with them meat unmilled. Their spirits might be outraged if they knew I had sung of their deeds to a stranger. These are dark days you are asking about, Edfater. Let my keen-edged friend be a witness to the ferocity of my words. I was given to Tarvantius for his amusement in the arenas of Camorra. Astartes are a rarity, and he sent me out there to kill gladiators. Living as an inglorious butcher and a Xenos' puppet, I hated it constantly, every moment. I had to take care of my mind before it was twisted to the 7 hells. Every morning I made entreaties to the All-Father, and every night I appealed to Russ. I trained my body, read the litanies, and in the darkest moments I recited my own saga. I recalled every battle, every wound, every brother. And that is how I survived. I always survive. This was a bleak saga, Edfater. Instinct bids me to remain silent. Such knowledge is not to be shared with just anyone. Only those who possess my complete trust. Fenris Hilda, Edfater.
Rogue trader, do not keep...